Okay, thank you. Welcome everyone to this session on the 1lib1ref, and I want to go in the house. We have Bobby Shabanga, who is the president of the Wikimedia chapter in South Africa, and then obviously you you know that every time you see me, I'm likely to ask you about Wikipedia and 1lib1ref. I'm in fact wearing my little T-shirt that says I edit Wikipedia. Yeah, I'm not going to do a stand to put my camera on so that you guys can see, but I am wearing it. So the the plan is to work to talk about the 1lib1ref and to challenge you if you are in a library to actually run a session, a coffee hour for your with your colleagues, and to get them to add content. But Bobby, I don't know if you want to say a couple of words, and then we'll got a little, I guess, a little icebreaker question to ask everyone. Bobby?
Thank you so much, Ingrid, and good afternoon, everyone. And yes, my name is Bobby Shabangu, and I am the president of Wikimedia South Africa, which is a chapter that is part of the Wikimedia Foundation. We run in the country. We run, different projects that advocate for free knowledge, really. And Wikipedia is really one of the things that we advocate for, that people need to put content on Wikipedia, especially because as it stands, there's a very small number of women that are putting content on Wikipedia. There's also very small number of Africans that are putting content on Wikipedia. But what is happening with these groups is that they are reading the content there on Wikipedia, but who puts that content there? It's another story, So yeah, we want to change that so that we bridge the gap, the knowledge gaps, and we also advocate for more women to put content on Wikipedia, for more Africans to put content on Wikipedia, so that the people that are out there in the European countries and the US can also read about us. Hence, we're also having the 1lib1ref campaign. Thanks. Over to you, Ingrid.
Okay, so just a sort of quick idea. I do recognize some names, but can I get a sense of who has participated in the 1lib1ref program before? Whether that's just adding one reference, done one little edit, or if you are in fact editing Wikipedia, you can unmute. You can put your hand up. You can pop into the chat as you find it comfortable to do, whichever method. Anyone? Mateti, is Mateti still here? Maybe, but Mateti, I don't know if I'm going to put you on the spot because you say you need to leave soon. Can you share with us a little bit about your Wikipedia journey and your involvement?
Hello, Ingrid. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah, you beautifully.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, my name is Matete Lesele, and I have taken part in the 1ref 1lib campaign twice. I took part in the very first one, then I took part in the third one. And in between, I was also doing some editing here and here for for just like things that I see, okay, this needs attention. And it has taught me quite a lot, not only about the specific topic that I write about, but it has opened my eyes to, as Bobby was saying, the content that is on Wikipedia, to be conscious about, okay, so who puts the content there? Who writes that article about a specific place in Africa? Is that person knowledgeable enough? Is this person of African descendant? Like, so when this particular campaign was brought to me, I saw it as an opportunity to say, oh, as an African, I have this opportunity now to actually tell my narrative, especially about African content on Wikipedia, to say, okay, now I know about Wikipedia and I know that I have power to make sure that the information that is on Wikipedia, especially about African content, is actually accurate. And through that, I was basically, everybody who takes part in that campaign is an advocate of African knowledge on Wikipedia. And it's a very enlightening experience to have. And I would wish even more Africans would take part in this campaign so that we can have even more accurate information, especially on African content on Wikipedia. Thank you.
Thank you, Matete. Bobby, do you want to make any comments?
Sure. No, thank you so much. I think you have really summarized it very well there, Matete. And I think this is something that we're going to be looking at, later on. The importance really of why, we need to participate in this project. It's very, very important for us, sitting here in this platform. And as librarians, very, very important for us as well as librarians. So thank you for those words there, Matete. Over to you, Ingrid.
Okay, so I know you think I think most people here are familiar with the campaign, but if I can just kind of run through what the campaign, talk a little bit about the campaign and what it does. So the
Sorry,
the sort
Ingrid.
yeah, am I muted?
Yeah, no, you are not muted, but I saw a hand. Maybe before you want to continue.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The hand.
Yes.
That was me.
Okay, yeah, Rudy.
So I've okay, so I'm a public librarian, so I don't have a lot of time. In terms, I didn't have a lot of time when these things come up because operationally, public librarians, the time isn't their own. But I participated in the 1lib1ref intermediate between like where I could, but the the impetus behind, obviously, and I just wanted to, in reference to Matete's comments, obviously my presence here is essentially just my mandate is to create capacity within the public library sector, or at least the public libraries in Cape Town, for participating in initiatives like 1lib1ref. So I'm hoping that of the 800 staff members that we have, that a concerted effort from my part and this library section that I'm part of would eventually sort of create that capacity amongst a majority of our female staff, who was ranging from English, Afrikaans, and Xhosa speakers, to basically add content and check citations and edit on Wikipedia. So yeah, so just mention that.
Thank you. Yes, I mean, that's so important. I'm going to probably sort of put Rudy on the spot and say, so you're going to run a coffee hour. We're going to talk about this a little later, because we're putting out that challenge to libraries to actually sit with colleagues and librarians to sit with their colleagues and to start adding content and to explore this, putting your toe in the water. Thank you for that. So the 1lib1ref campaign has as its slogan sort of imagine a world where every librarian added one more reference to Wikipedia. I don't think I have to kind of sell and advocate for Wikipedia with the group that is here. You are already, you are using Wikipedia, whether or not you're adding to it, and you probably do. You probably had discussions and debates and have done a lot of reading up about libraries and Wikipedia and why we should get involved. But this is an opportunity to actually, and as I say, an easy toe in the water if you're not already editing, to actually start contributing to Wikipedia. So it's one of the top, I think it's in Wikipedia's in one of the top 10 websites in the world that people access, and it is often the first stop for readers and researchers. So improving that quality of content on Wikipedia is really, really important, and obviously including and for us in Africa, the African content. So with this campaign, your goal is to add at least one reference to Wikipedia where it says citation needed, and you give your library skills kick in and you find a citation to a reliable source that you can refer people to. So we're going to, I'm not going to show you the little video or anything like that. I am going to point you in the direction of a particular website, and I'm going to just share my screen so you can actually see the website, which is, we're going to be moving backwards and forwards between this website and others. So there's the information is there about what is 1lib1ref. It's been going since when did it actually start? I've got a blank. Jeremiah, do you remember?
Unfortunately, I do not, English.
I'm trying to remember. I think it's been going for, Bobby, it's been going for 10 years or so.
Yes, I think it started in 20, I think it's actually 8 years now. It started in 2015.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, my own involvement came in 2018 at the Wikimania conference, which we had which was held in Cape Town, and I realized just yeah, what sort of what value this added, and it grabs it uses your librarian skills. I mean, we're finding information for people, so why not find information where it says citation needed? I'm going to stop my sharing at this point, and before we get into the sort of nitty-gritty, this stuff here, I'm going to hand over to Bobby, who's going to kind of just talk a little bit about some of the theory and some of the other basics that need to happen before you can actually do this. So Bobby, over to you, and you are able to share your screen.
Sure. All right, I'm gonna share my screen, but first, before I share my screen, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to share the link as well so that you're able to also have uh, the content that I have that I'm sharing from my end. So thank you so much, Ingrid, once again. Yeah, so as Ingrid has said, and thanks Jeremiah for sharing that information. The campaign started in 2016, colleagues, and really the importance of 1lib1ref. In fact, 1lib1ref is short for one library and one reference. Basically, colleagues within the movement, they've realized that librarians, they sit with a huge body of work, of references, in libraries across the world, really. And Wikipedia is really struggling when it comes to references. You find articles being there, millions upon millions of articles. The English Wikipedia alone, it has over 6 million articles, which I'm gonna show you later on. And most of the articles that are in particular from the global south, they lack references. People create articles, but they lack references. So they then initiated this project in 2016 because they saw that if one a librarian can just only add one reference a day, for a space of 30 days, that could change the game, really. Now I'm counting 20 people here. So imagine if all 20 of us are just going to all the articles that are about South Africa and adding one reference there, or even one reference a day. That can make a huge difference. And imagine how many libraries are there, in the world. There are a lot of libraries, public libraries, private libraries, all sorts of types of libraries, academic libraries, universities, everywhere in schools. Libraries are everywhere. We use libraries every day. So if we can rope in librarians, if we can rope in people that use, that have access to information, to just only add one reference a day, that will really change how Wikipedia is perceived, especially in its in its trustworthiness, because although we encourage people to use Wikipedia, but we also don't encourage people to use Wikipedia in an academic setting. One of the reasons is because of this. It's because of the fact that there's no reference, and the other is because Wikipedia is written by a lot of people. You can't reference one person, and generally Wikipedia just gives you a summarized information about what you are looking for. So it's the first stop when you want to go and or learn about a particular subject. But what is important, what you need to know, is that most people who are using Wikipedia, you find out that there are students, millions of students out there. And Ingrid has already highlighted the fact that Wikipedia is one of the top 10 websites in the world, and millions of students are using Wikipedia. So one of the things that people use Wikipedia for is also to access the references on Wikipedia. And if we don't put references in there, it then means that people don't have the right a place where they can go and further search about a particular subject that they want to know about. So our work as librarians is very, very important in this regard, and us as librarians participating in this project is very, very important because of that fact that references at the end of the day are the pillar that forms, one of the pillars, very, very important pillars that forms Wikipedia. The other information that you see there is just really a summary. Wikipedia does not allow people to actually copy information as it is and put it there. You have to read something, about a particular subject and then summarize it according to how you understand it. You can even write a sentence or a paragraph that is based on a 3 or 4 page journal, but you have to summarize it in just only one paragraph and then reference that journal. So imagine if that reference is not there. So basically, yeah, this is the competition which was started in 2016, and really what we need to do here, in fact, it is something that we're going to be showing you. We're going to start by showing you how to create a username. So you cannot participate if you don't have a username. And the reason why you need a username really is also to track, if you've how many edits have you made. Normally we don't encourage people to use their names. We encourage people to use pseudonyms for different reasons, and one of them being some other people in other countries who are Wikipedians are being harassed or persecuted by their government because governments don't know how to separate WikiLeaks and Wikipedia, and because of that reason, and which has been seen over the years, we as Wikipedia don't allow people to use, or don't encourage people to use their real names. So basically what we're going to be doing today, we're going to be showing you how to create a username. That's the first thing. And then the second thing, we are going to be showing you how to do the citation hunt, how to actually put the hunt for the citation, and how to edit on the on Wikipedia. And then we're also going to be showing you how to add those citation on different languages as well. And then also we are going to be showing you the dashboard, how the dashboard works. And then we're going to be talking about the challenge that we have. The person that will be adding a lot of citation will get a prize. Let me just say, call it a prize. Yes, so you'll get a prize. And yeah, so this is what we're going to be doing today. Ingrid, I don't know if I can then go ahead and show participants how to add a reference.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, please. We actually had quite a lot of fun prepping for this and discovering things on Wikipedia. Went down the Wikipedia rabbit hole, and there's some good conversations to be had. So yeah, Bobby will take you through those steps. So how to create a username. Although I think quite a number of you probably do have usernames already, that you are kind of older, more experienced hands. So for those newbies, we'll show you how to create a username, and then take it from there.
Excellent. Thank you so much. All right. So basically, when you want to, edit or join Wikipedia, you have to create a username. And I've mentioned, one of the reasons why. One of them really is because you want to be recognized somehow, that you are the one that have created a particular or edited a particular article. And one of the reasons is because if you want assistance from the chapter, South African Wikimedia South African chapter, or the Wikimedia Foundation, which runs Wikipedia, and the first thing that they'll ask you is your username. The username also allows you to edit without being harassed, because if you put content and you have not logged in, that edit is likely to be tagged for speedy deletion or to be reversed, because some of the Wikipedians, or especially the community, they want to prevent articles being vandalized. So they want to prevent vandalism. So what they'll do is that they will check first all the articles that were not edited by people who have usernames. So in order to prevent that, they then sought to, for encourage people to edit using usernames. But yeah, I'm gonna quickly show you how to create usernames for those who don't have usernames. I hope you can see my screen once again. So what you need to do is just to type Wikipedia, wikipedia.org. Wikipedia is allowed to be not perfect. So don't be scared to make mistakes. You should not really strive to be perfect. So what you should see then is the first link, as your first link on your Google is the Wikipedia link, and then you need to click on it. And then this is the landing page, the official landing page. So I mentioned about over 6 million articles that are available on Wikipedia. This is the English Wikipedia. It has over 6 million articles, and I think it's followed by the German Wikipedia, if I'm not mistaken. But these are the other languages that are available on Wikipedia. Yeah, this is the German Wikipedia, and it has 2.7 articles. So yeah, Wikipedia is the biggest one. So what you'd want to do, let's go to the English Wikipedia. And then from there, I'm going to log out actually. From there, you should see a page like this. A page like this. And then from there, what you do, you go to your top right-hand corner, you click the link that's written, create account. It's actually very, very easy to create a Wikipedia username or account. It just gives you these few options, and then you're done. And then the first thing that you need to do is to create a user account. I don't know what user account, maybe let's say librarian in Josie. That's my username. And then this is my password. And then you confirm my password. And then it's very important to actually write your email. Why? Because if you happen to forget your login details, you can use your password to retrieve your login details. This is my email address. And if you have any questions that you want assistance, you can use this email address, and I can, assist you. bobby.shabangu@wikimedia.org.za. And then this is the captcha to see that you're not a bot. So I'm believing that's SUZYDEBBY. And then you create your account. So once you create an account, you should receive a message like this: librarian in Josie, and then the page should be like this. So this is, okay, this is never, okay, so this is a little survey to find out what interest you have so that Wikipedia can suggest pages that you can edit. We don't want to do that because today is not about that. It's not about editing, but it's about adding, it's about adding references or citations on Wikipedia, especially in pages that are South African or African. All right. And then after that, what you do then is, and now I would ask everyone here in this platform to actually do what I'm going to do right now, because this one will help you if you want to use the translation tool to translate to other languages, any other languages. The translation tool is available in all 11 South African, in all South African languages except Tshivenda. It's not available in Tshivenda, unfortunately. So what you need to do, I'm gonna ask you to go to beta. This is very important, colleagues. You go to beta, and then from beta, you should see this message, just say got it. After beta, you then scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down until you reach an option that is written content translation. You click there in that option and then you save. This is very important. This will allow you to have access on the translation tool, which I'm going to show you later on. It's working wonders. You don't have to translate word for word, but you just click and then it translates automatically. It works more like Google Translate, but it's even more advanced because it has all the South African languages except one language. It's not perfect, but it does the job. It does the job. What you need to do is just only go there and then just fix those small things, those small mistakes, and then after that you publish again. I'm going to show you later on how that works exactly. But if you have not done this process that I've shown you right now, you've missed the bus. Is there any question around this? Anyone that has any question, please don't be scared to raise your hand, to write on the chat box. Ingrid will check for us the chat box there, and then after that she'll let us know that there is any comment, additional comment, or any questions. Don't be shy to speak. This is a free environment and it's a free space, and we are here for you to assist you. All right, from there, what you need to do from here, just go to the Wikipedia logo. Anytime you get lost in the Wikiverse or in the wiki space, just go to the Wikipedia logo and click on that Wikipedia logo. It will bring you to the landing page. And then once we are here, we can then begin with our work. We can then begin with adding the references. Before I begin adding the references, are there any questions? Are there any inputs? If you want to ask, that's your time. If you don't have any question, that's still fine. Let us then begin. What you need to do then.
Sorry, Bobby, I would say I haven't played with that tool, so I must say you learn something new every day. But isn't that just typical about our work, librarians? We learn something new every day. New tricks.
Yes, every day is a new trick.
Um, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna leave it with Bobby. Are we going to play around with one of the library's entries?
Yes, yeah. So if there is a question or if there's any additional inputs, you let us know. But now I'm gonna go to a page, about South Africa. It can be any, page that you want to write about. Actually, the focus today, we want to add the references on the libraries that are available here in South Africa. In fact, we want to generate publicity or bring the list of libraries that we have in South Africa on the main spaces of Wikipedia. Most people, they search for towns, they search for cities, they search for areas where they live, but those pages, they do not have library space. They do not have, they don't say anything about the libraries, So you ask yourself, how many libraries do you have in South Africa? There are thousands of them actually, but they are not there. So what is it that we can do in order to bring them to the public so that people know about them, read about them? The first thing that we can do, and I thought that was brilliant what you did there, that idea, Ingrid, is to put those libraries on the main pages of our cities and most of the pages do not have. So what we're gonna do, let's, for an example, go to the page about, and by the way, although we are focusing on libraries, we're also going to be putting references on any article that we have interest in. You know, if you know that you have interest, for an example, in, you know, roads, in trains, in planes, but I would encourage you, is it possible that you can just put, can it be a South African or an African thing, so that we can increase the African, you know, content? You know, you can put the references on those articles. But for now, let's just go to, for an example, Hendrina. So we see that there is a page about Hendrina. This is the page. We call pages like this, which are not complete stubs, because they are short pages. They do not have all the information. And we also have a Hendrina power station, for an example. This page, colleagues, does not say anything about, I mean, does not say everything about, you know, the power station. And it's lacking references. We can see these are categories, and then the categories, they end here actually. And then we have one external link here, and then we have, you know, one reference. Is it possible that we can add more references that talk about the Hendrina power station? Yes, we can. How do we do that? We are now going to hunt for a reference. But before we go to hunt for a reference, I want to show you different ways. I want to speak about the different ways in which we can find, we can hunt for sources. The first point of place or point of information where you can find a source is, where is your library, the very same library. You can go to your library, your books there, and find out if you don't have any reference about Hendrina power station. And in fact, what you do, you come here. Okay, there's another thing that I need to, it's a good thing that I actually used. I created a new account so that we can see all of these things. Okay, maybe let me go to read again. So after typing Hendrina here, you should see, or after typing Hendrina power station, you should see the page, right? This is the page. But you should see these three options. We don't want you to use these three options. No, because this will give you, after you click edit source, it will give you this option. It will give you something that looks like this. And this type of editing, it wants people who are veteran editors, people like Ingrid, you know, they can edit these types of pages. But if you are new, this will give you a problem. So what do you do in this?
No, Ingrid can't edit those type of pages. She'd have to think about it. I know some of my colleagues sitting here will be able to edit. We want to go to the easy edit,
Exactly.
the easier way to edit.
Exactly. So we want to go to the visual editor, which will allow you to not go through this process. What you do is to go to your top right-hand corner of the page. You will see this ribbon here. And then you go to the far right-hand side, and then you click there. And then you click on visual edit. You should see these two options. And then you click on visual editing. It should give you this. It should be something like this. You should see something like this after clicking there. Let me know if you have a question. That is a very, very important step as well. That is very, very important to note. And then say now we want to put information about or a reference about the power station, this first paragraph here, just right here. Pullens Hope Power Station. I did not know that Hendrina Power Station's other name was Pullens Hope Power Station, but there it is. Pullens Hope Power Station in Mpumalanga, South Africa, is one of South Africa's oldest operating power station. That is a statement, that is a fact. We want to add a reference there. What do we do? What we do is we go up. You will see this ribbon here. Don't be scared of this. In fact, Wikipedia works more like Microsoft Word, especially if you change it to visual editing. You should, it should, give you the article as it is, where you can just edit without, having to deal with the text that is like a very difficult text, the one that I showed you before. But you should see something like this. So, and on top there, you should also see a ribbon like that. So on the ribbon, you just highlight there, you'll see that, oh, this one is for paragraphs. And if you want to add a paragraph, or if you want to add a heading, subheading 2, you can use that to add a subheadings and paragraphs as well. So what you do, you just highlight there. If we want to add a reference, we first changed to what? To visual editing. We changed to here. And then the second step that you need to do, where do you want to add the reference? You click where you want to add the reference. We want to add the reference in this regard at the end of this paragraph. If you want to add your reference at the end of this paragraph, you do what? You click there as well. But in this regard, we want to add the reference at the end of this paragraph. So we're gonna click there, and then we're gonna go to our ribbon on top here. We're gonna highlight search. Okay, this one is not about referencing. This one too is not about referencing, but it's about linking. You can even check like this. It's not about it. This one also is not about it. It's about linking this page to other pages. Let's check this one. There it is. That's cite. So you can use this option right here to add a reference or a citation. What do? You click there. It will then give you this option. And then these are the options this is the option that will give you. What it means is that you can actually, what this means, it means that you can actually go online and then take a URL and paste it here and then generate the references, and then it will link directly to the page where you took the URL from. But we don't want to do that for now. We want to go to manual. Why? Because we want to use, for an example, a book, or we want to use a website, or we want to use a news source, which is maybe News 24 or something like that, or we want to use what? A journal. This is the basic that we saw here. This is the same as this. So, but the reason why I clicked manual is so that you see the other options that you have. If you, for an example, have a book in your library and you click on the book, these are the options that you're gonna find. So you can add the last name of the surname of the author, the first name of the author, the title of the book, once you find the information. So it allows you to add all of the options that you want to add concerning the references of the book. So in this regard, though, we want to use an internet source that just tells us the statement that this power station is found in Hendrina in Mpumalanga. There's no source about that here. What do? We go to the internet. Let's go and type Hendrina Power Station. Can you still see my screen?
Yes, the Wikipedia screen.
or the Wikipedia screen.
Yeah.
So I need to move out of the Wikipedia screen to a different screen so that you can see how I find the, okay, I'm gonna stop sharing, and then I'm gonna share like this so that you see my entire screen. Window. Let's see if that's not possible. You let me know if you see my screen.
So the really funny thing is that if you do a search on the Hydrina power station on Google, what's going to come up, a lot of places actually refer, and they've copied and pasted what is in this article in the Wikipedia post. So we actually have to find a different source.
Yes.
That'll say it. That the bit there that says Hendrina, which is the only 10-unit power generating station, blah, 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 is the world's largest AEGI canvas turbine installation. I've not been able to find a reference that says that. Not even the ESCOM page says that. So we were looking at the, and I've put the link into the meeting chat. We were looking at the ESCOM page directly at the heritage page to see if there was something there. But this is all I want to say. This is what we do anyway as librarians. We hunt for information. So we're just doing what we need to, what we do anyway. Yeah.
So can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Oh, all right. And right, I hope you see the Google page, the Google landing page, right?
Yes.
All
Yes, we
right.
do.
Yeah. So as you have said, Ingrid, for now, what we want to just reference is that this is a power station that is found in Hendrina, which really is just a statement. You know, it's a fact. We know that there's a power station that is found in, you know, Hendrina, and they say here is Pullen's Hope. I hope we can find an article that says Pullen's Hope power station. Maybe let me just type Pullen's Hope power station. Let's see if we can find something that is along those lines. They say Hendrina Power Station. I can see here.
Here's a challenge, guys. While we searching, please search as well.
Yes. So we find this page. I think it also, this is another wiki, and it's even showing a, you know, the map. So it does show that it does show the Hendrina, but we don't want this because this is another. Okay, let me just search. Say Pullen's Hope. There we go. The map shows location of the plant near Pullen's Hope. So we know now that Pullen's Hope is what? Is actually an area. Pullen's Hope. So it also has its sources. So maybe we should have began by, because people will not understand what is a wiki. Wiki is just a platform, you know, and it accommodates a lot of other platforms. Wikipedia is a platform that is based on a wiki. It's operating on a wiki. Wiki is a platform that allows users to collaboratively add content. This is also a wiki, but it's not Wikipedia. This is another project which is not a Wikipedia. So we cannot reference another Wikipedia or another wiki page. So yeah, it's something that we can talk about separately. If you have questions, please don't be scared to ask. So Okay, so this explains that there is a Hendrina power station is located approximately 40 kilometers south of Middelburg, in the town of Hendrina in Mpumalanga. But does it say anything about Pullenshoop? It does not say anything about Pullenshoop. But it does say that there is a power station in a town called Hendrina, and it's in south of Middelburg. So we can put this as our first link, as our first reference to prove to someone sitting in Russia or someone sitting in Poland that there is a power station in this town called Hendrina. So we can use this as our first link on that page. So we go to our page. We said we wanted to add the reference here. All right, in Mpumalanga South. Okay, and then what do we do here? We then, we said we come here. Okay, this is an internet, link. So we can use basic, we can even use website, because this is the website of the ESCOM. So what you do here, basically you put it here on the URL and add it here, and then you can insert, and that's it. But for this, for the purpose of this, I'm going to discard this so that we use the simple one, the basic. You also do what? You just paste here the URL, and then you insert again. There it is. So you have your first reference. So what you do here is you publish. And then it asks you, what did you do? You can explain, although it's not mandatory, you can explain, or you can click here that this is a minor edit, and then you can go ahead and publish.
And at that point for this, you would actually, in that edit summary, put hashtag 1lib1ref.
Exactly. Yes.
Just to show you how we can actually get quite sidetracked. I don't know that Hendrina power station is actually called Pullenshoop. It's in an area called Pullenshoop, but it's not Pullenshoop. So
Yes.
we probably need that first paragraph probably needs to be corrected. As I say, this is us
Yes.
going down a rabbit hole. That paragraph probably needs to be corrected because there seems to be no such thing as the Pullenshoop power station. It's the Hendrina power station. So yeah. Yeah, so I mean that's how you end up going down the rabbit hole and start making corrections where you just sort of thought you would just be adding a citation. You're actually not. You actually will then. I mean it needs to probably say the Hendrina power station. Pullenshoop is a small, quiet town. Yes, Rudy, you're quite right, but it's not called the Pullenshoop Power Station. It's the Hendrina Power Station.
And I did say that Wikipedia is designed to be not perfect. So this is one of the things why, it just allows people to add so that other people can correct that. And it's exactly what we are doing right now. And as, a librarian, what you're going to be doing really is also to correct some of these things because it's not consistent across the Wikimedia pages or the Wikipedia pages. And I do agree with you there, Ingrid. Is actually Hendrina power station. Pullenshoop is just a town, in Hendrina. So yes. So that's it. So after you fixed that mistake which you wanted to fix, what do? Publish. Every time the last step is what is to publish, actually. And
So you do the one that you'd add the hashtag there, but you'd also say corrected.
yes,
Something about correcting the name of the power station.
that's it. And then publish. There we go. And we've got Okay, this is the second edit. It shows when you check this, you just click on the reference there. It will take you directly to your reference. You can click on the reference. You can see it leads you directly to the page. And this is what we do most of, every time when we go to academic institution to teach students about Wikipedia and how they can use Wikipedia. Is that don't focus too much on this, because this is written by people who are not specialists. It's written by people, sometimes it has mistakes like Pullen's Hope, and we are never sure, you know, of the validity of that. And yeah, you cannot really reference who's the person, how many people. You cannot reference all of these people. You cannot say, okay, when you look at the history, view history of the page, you cannot say librarian in Josie, who's that, you know, and then say at L. When you say at L, you mean all of these people, but all of these people, they are hidden behind, you know, pseudonyms. So yeah. So what you need to do is what? Is to go to where? To your references. This is where you will see the real meat, the real stuff, you know, that has led to the writing of that article. You can read further here. So that's why this campaign is very important, because of that, to add references on articles like this. So are there any questions, any additional inputs, anything that you have in your mind that you want to ask us? We are here for you. So I'm going to stop sharing for now so that we jump to the next one.
Okay, Rudy's got his hand up. Rudy, you can talk.
So you've edited, you've added. What happens if you get a flag, something in your inbox, and someone says, I mean, besides the system generated ones, but what if the person who said Pullen's Hope is accurate, you know, you get a message from a wiki editor that said, no, it's going to revert back to Pullen's Hope because that's the most accurate. So is there, who do I contact to run interference?
That's an excellent
good question, and which I'm going to leave Bobby to answer.
That's an excellent question. So Wikipedia works is contributed by communities, right? Because it's contributed by communities, the communities are the ones that vote whether that with which you have written about is actually correct. You actually have to provide proof. I've tried to share my screen again. Let me just see if, let's see this, so that I can show you something based on that answer. Okay, so you can see this page, right? And then you see this part. You said, who do I contact? The person that will argue about the name Pullen's Hope. In fact, I can see that there's been some conversation here around the references. See, I have just modified one external handler. So that what you're asking about is exactly happening. It's already happening here. So they did not change the name Pullen's Hope, but someone modified the references, the first reference that was there. And you will receive a notification on your inbox, because your inbox is this inbox. Because your inbox is linked to your email, you'll also receive a notification on your email. And the person, they would want to know, they will challenge you, basically. That's what they would want to do. And then if you have proof that Pullen's Hope is right, you can actually reply here and say, you know, after they've written to you that, no, this is not wrong, and then they've provided their own proof, and you know, the conversation is going on. In fact, I want to make an example about this. So I created an article about David Tlale. So someone tagged that article because they said it was notable to be on Wikipedia. And then it was tagged for speedy deletion. So I had to answer here think they've now deleted the page. So I have to answer here why I think this page should not be deleted. So they responded to me, and then the page stayed actually. So okay, yeah, this is the conversation. This article was nominated for deletion on 13 March 2016. The results of the discussions are here. So they removed the discussion. They were here, but they archived them here. So if you go to the discussion of this page, you can see that someone, these are the community members, by the way. The person say, keep the article, and then they state the reason why you need to keep the article. Keep the article, and then they state the reason why you need to keep the article. And then the person, you know, say keep the article, and then they state the reason why. Eventually that article was kept to be on Wikipedia, but the initial thinking was that why should we add this person? This is the user. Why should we add that person on Wikipedia? Because why what's the need? We don't know that person, you know. So I know all of these users, by the way, and then they came, and then they're part of the community, and they said, no, we need to keep that article to be on Wikipedia. So this is basically what happens. So I stated my reason why it needs to be kept. So they just only left that reason alone. But yeah, basically that's a good question, and it will always happen with African content. Why, colleagues? Because there's no reference. But in this regard, there was many references that talk about David Tlale. I need to find time actually and build this article because it's been a long time since I've never. But yeah, that was a very, very brilliant question. And to answer that is community members are the ones that decide how do we even phrase some sentences. How do we phrase some sentences? I do remember at one point, there was an article that was written, I think David Livingstone discovered Victoria Falls or something along those lines. And then the community voted to say, no, David Livingstone did not discover anything because there were people that were living there. But let's say David Livingstone was the first European to see Victoria Falls, and then they changed that article. I think now it's even called by the original name, it's Victoria Falls. Victoria Falls. I think they also added, after that, they've all even added the name of the original falls. Yeah, this is the falls. So Victoria Falls, Lozi, this is the falls. I cannot, yeah, Thunder and Smoke. Because for millions of years, or for thousands of years, the people around this area were using this name before David Livingstone saw the falls or viewed the falls. So yeah, it's communities, to just give a short answer. Thanks. Thanks for that question. So I think let's continue then and move to the second segment of the, maybe add more references, show you how to add more references, and then after that we show you the other segment, which is to we talk about the dashboard. All right.
Yeah, shall I take over? If you can stop sharing your screen and I can get back to, because we're going to throw in some suggestions at this point
Yes.
Of what you can possibly do. Okay, so I'm going to go
Sure.
here. And excuse my 50 million tabs. You can see we've been quite busy. So one of the I'm going to go back to this. I mean, we've shown you, we've kind of gone through the steps, yes. So you can there are different ways of finding sources, that of finding where citations are needed. You can actually select an article while you're browsing. So you're looking up something that you're interested in, and you can see that there's a citation needed. There is something called Citation Hunt, which is I'm going to just click through from here, which you can, okay, you can, it gives you snippets, but you can actually just very interestingly, I'm just going to do this South Africa, and I'm going to just scroll down. I can see headings where I can actually add you know, where stuff is needed. So I can go, I have no idea, hotels in South Africa. There's a it says this needs that the property has 13 rooms, 8 suites, and a cottage that overlook a landscape garden with a natural pool. Somebody says it needs to have a citation, and you can say, okay, so I'm actually going to do that one, or I can go, no, I'm not interested in that. There's something, Oyster Box, Royal Hotel. You can see I mean, this is in 2006. This particular website placed the Royal as the only hotel on the list of places to visit, and it's somebody has said it needs a citation. I mean, that one could actually probably go back and look at the South Africa org and hope you can find the 2006 list, and you can use that as a citation. So that web page, you know, using the web page. So this is what this is okay. So this is what the citation hunt does. You can, oh dear, did I come right out of that? I did too. Go back, sorry. You can go there, you can find an article with sourcing problems. So if I click on this, you can actually get a link. There's a list of articles on Wikipedia that need a cleanup, and you can actually then go through here, and there may be something that you would like to do, and I could probably go down to South Africa, and I could pull it up by catalog, and I can see what is, I can click through and see what needs to be written. This will give you some idea where updates are needed, etc., etc., etc. So you are able to find possible articles that possibly need work. Okay, I'm just going to, so I'm going to go back one, and you can select an article while browsing. You can cite a source from your collection or research. So, you know, if you've got something in your library that you would like to use, you can actually then just go and go and add it. You could add it to the list of references, or you could add it to further reading. There are categories there, and all of this you can tag with the 1lib1ref hashtag. The next thing is obviously to find a reliable source. Each of these links will give you very detailed information. And then you can actually also then say, hey, I actually want to edit, I want to organize, I want to share. There are some new things that the campaign is doing this year, where they're talking about creating new articles, creating Wikidata items. And I know that some of you in the group are probably already using Wikidata. Just use the hashtag 1lib1ref as well. You can add references to decrease gender bias. So you can, there are quite a number of ways of getting this of working through this. The other suggestion that we have is, one of the other suggestions, and this is what we've been playing with. I always want to go low hanging fruit to sort out. Is here is a list of libraries in South Africa. This is incomplete. this is incomplete. Anything that is linked like this will have is linked to another article, but you can see that there's lots of stuff here, lots of libraries not linked. So in the Western Cape, there are the 5 libraries that are linked. I think Strandfontein is. I'll click on that afterwards. But there are loads more libraries in Gauteng, public libraries in Gauteng, and all these other places. So your really good, useful source here is, thanks to the National Library, is the list of this that list of the directory from the National Library, where you can actually just quite simply just add material here, add names. You can then go to the entry for that particular for a town, and you can add a sentence or two about that there is a library in the town. So we were looking at this and thinking, okay, so where would we put that information in? Where would we put that information in? We would probably need to create a category, but you can a subsection. I mean, there's a subsection, but what we've been saying is a lot of the towns don't actually have anything about their library. That the fact that there is a library in the town, and that is a simple thing that we can do. As I say, sort of fairly low hanging fruit, easy enough. We actually did come up with a sentence for Uppington. There are 4 libraries in Uppington, and what I'm going to do is I am going to actually, Bobby, I'm very conscious that we don't have too much time,
Sure.
but maybe if we can put the sentence sentence in, or maybe you can have a quick addition on this entry, just to show how easy it is.
Yeah, so don't stop sharing. I want someone that, yeah.
Okay. Oh, all right.
Yeah, so that we'll go together.
Okay.
And then.
So.
Yeah.
I'm going to
so,
go to.
Yeah, you go up. Are you already? Yeah, just scroll
there.
up. Yes, and then you click edit. And then, yes, and then you go down. It talks about what? Sorry, it talks about shopping. It talks about geography and climate. Maybe before geography and climate, just go to shopping there. You can then add the sentence there, but you would need to choose a subheading there, so that we add. So we can say library or public institution, so that other people will come later on and add other public institutions if there are other public institutions. Yeah. So what you do, you highlight that, and then go to your ribbon. Yes, under paragraph, and then click there, and then subheading 1, or just click heading, yeah, instead of subheading, so that we follow the format exactly. And then under that, yeah, just
sorry. Okay, no. What did I do? Okay,
yeah,
okay.
click
There we go.
exactly.
There we go.
Yeah. So the sentence, colleagues, we've decided to use one sentence. So every time, if you want to add a list of libraries in a town that you know or where you live, you can use this sentence that says there are, how many libraries are there in? There are 4 libraries, I believe, that serve the community. In Uppington. namely, and then you mention them. I don't know them.
Ah,
Let me just try and check them. Um, do we
uh,
do we have people that know about the libraries in Uppington here? Uppington is in which province again? Is in Northern Province, right? I mean in Northern Cape Province.
yes, it is.
Yeah.
And
So,
the
yeah.
yeah, so it's those, thanks to my colleague at Tumeling, who's sitting here, who helped us devise the sentence. I mean, which would be quite easy. I mean, you can see this would be quite an easy sentence to actually transfer to something. Colesberg, for example, doesn't have anything about their library. The other one that we looked at was Carnarvon. Carnarvon had a really funny sentence about their library. No real information. It was something that looked like it had been copied and pasted from a yeah, I don't know where. I mean, it was very generic. But not talking particularly about their library. So this as well. I mean, I can then go to site, and I can
Yes.
actually then add the, where is the list of this? I can
Yes.
add the directory. I should be able to do that. I can add, I guess I can add that, hey? Because it
Yes.
is because one can do that search.
Exactly.
Where am I? Oh, God, I've got too many windows open here.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. Where did I? Guys, no, it wasn't Colesberg. Sorry, I've lost my, oh, editing. There we go. And I'm going to go there, and I'm going to, it's the
Website.
website.
Yeah, just scroll down.
Scroll down, and I'm going to just put the
There
URL
you go.
in, and
And then
I'm going to
insert.
insert, and I'm going to continue
Continue
anyway,
anyway.
and I am
That's it. Publish.
going to publish, and I'm going to say 1lib1ref and added info about public license. Publish change.
So I hope you get it, colleagues. And I did say that there is Wikipedia is not meant to be perfect. Editing does not mean to create a Wikipedia page from the scratch. I see that there's a very big gap between the page um, that Ingrid just closed right now. There's a very big gap. There's a gap that I saw there. You can actually go and close that gap and fix just and put a full stop at the end of a sentence. It's those kinds of things, you know, that you can do in order to edit. But
Yes,
yeah, it's not meant.
it's called gnomework. GNOME.
Exactly. So
Shall
yes,
I
and then
stop sharing and then you can just go to the dashboard to show them the dashboard? I'm very
yes,
conscious we, yeah.
yeah. All
I'm
right,
going to stop sharing if you can show the dashboard.
all right, sure. Just stop sharing then so that I can share my screen. All right, colleagues, and then we go to the dashboard. The dashboard, unfortunately, it won't be of a measure use for you because we will be the one that will be monitoring it. But what is important about the dashboard really is that you need to provide us with your usernames. Once you create your username, you need to provide us with your username. So you just type Wikimedia Pet dashboard. And then after that, this is the Wikimedia dashboard. Hope you can see my screen. And then these are some of the, okay, this is our program. Still hope you can still, we currently have 4 editors. So how the dashboard works, really, it tells us how many editors do we have. Here are the editors currently that we have. And then once you start editing, there will be changes that we see here. It will show us how many references you've added, how many words have been added, and how many articles have been created, if there were articles that were created, or how many uploads have been done. And let me just show you an example of a dashboard that we have done. We were doing a campaign, and we just finished with that campaign, actually. Afro curation. This is one campaign that we were doing with the Constitution Hill, and we had so basically you can write a report on this thing. These are the articles, 38 articles that were created, 44 articles that were edited, 107 total edits, 39 participants that were involved in the project. And then these are the weights, 27,000 weights that were added. These are the references that were added. And then these are the page views since the articles were created. It's the page views of all of these articles, these 2 articles, the 38 plus 44. And these are the pictures that were uploaded on the project. And these are the editors, you can see them. So it's very important for you to create a username. And then after creating the username, forward that username to us, and so that we can use the dashboard to see your activity, so that we can then tell that, oh, okay, these are the words that were added. And in this regard, we are not focusing on the words added or on the views, but we are focusing on the reference, because you'll be adding more reference. The number here will grow. Mind you, here it's just only 7 references. So that's why you see it empty here. The focus of this project was not on references, but was on creating content as well as uploading pictures. So if we were dealing with references, this person, you, was gonna win the competition, actually. So yeah, I don't know if there are any additional comments there or additional questions there.
Okay. You can actually add yourselves to the dashboard once you've got your username. Liasa itself, Liasa is giving for every 25 edits and edits made or references added. It's actually anything that is then tagged with the hashtag 1lib1ref will show up. We will be able to see. You'll get 1 CPD point if that is what you are. If you are sort of a professional librarian, and this dashboard is going to be the only way that we can track that. But
Yes.
I almost sound like a very Marx salesman, but there's more. Which because Wikimedia South Africa, the chapter has made some prizes available for those who I think we said the top 10.
Yes.
I think it was the top 10, which we will is in line for some prizes. What I also would like to do is to challenge everyone. So at UCT Libraries, I'm running a session. Jeremiah is running a session at Stelli's, a coffee hour. UWC, my colleagues there, Gerald is running a session. I would like to, and Rhodes is running a session. Vaynant isn't here today, but he's running a coffee hour as well. To get to sit around so people can actually edit, to run through pretty much as we did with this program, but to actually get people to get librarians to edit. So my challenge to you is, if you're in an institution, please set up a coffee hour. You see how the details of how to do it is on that meta page about the 1lib1ref. And we are here to assist and to provide backup, and to if you want to bounce some ideas off us, please do. Bobby and I are here, and as I say, Jeremiah is an experienced Wikipedian. Rudy is an experienced Wikipedian. There are others on this group as well. Graham is an experienced Wikipedian. And I mean, Sarah's done some editing as well, or some adding to probably Wikidata. Please reach out. And let's really add some content, add some good references.
There's a very important question that was.
Oh yes. I must just tell you that, Thomas, we discovered that that your library isn't mentioned in Tamaranchu, yes, in the article on Wikipedia. So there's something easy that you can do to add about libraries in your article. Great.
There's a very important question that has been asked by Rudy, Ingrid. How do people reach us, and then where do they send the usernames? Can you kindly answer those two questions?
Okay, you can either, as I say, go on and just add it to the sign up as an editor on the dashboard. You can do that yourself, or you can just drop Bobby or myself an email, and we can get you added. So I'm just putting my email in the chat, so you can just send me or Bobby, or anyone or Jeremiah, or Gerald Lowe, or Raynant at Rhodes, to get added to get yourselves added to the dashboard, if you haven't already added yourself. If you don't want to, if you're having problems getting yourself added. But yeah, that's probably the best way.
Thank you so much, colleagues, for joining us today. And yeah, as Ingrid has said, there are prizes. They are to encourage us, not really, competition, so that, pastry or something like that. It's just, some vouchers that we're going to be giving out, and some goodies that we're going to be giving out. Really looking forward to everyone to participate. The challenge or the competition runs from the 15th up until 5 June. So looking forward to yourself adding your username at the dashboard, or sending the username to myself or Ingrid. And see you, and thank you so much, and have a great day, and bye-bye.
Okay, everyone. Yeah, thank you. And I'm sure that we'll all be in touch. You know where to reach me. Coffee hour at your library. It would be really great to get you to have a sort of in-person session. Mary, you're very welcome to join us at UCT. I'll send you the link. We've got a coffee hour on the 22nd of May.
Thank you, Ingrid. I was thinking I don't have time, but my brother could do it on my behalf. Is that cheating?
No, that's not cheating.
He's retired as well. Got nothing to do.
That's not cheating. That's not cheating. Thank you so much.
I'll contact you. I'll contact you, Ingrid, separately about whether he wants, because he might be interested in seeing the recording.
Yes.
He's sitting on a
Okay.
farm and retired, so he's a very well-read person. So
Okay, no, that's cool. All right. Okay, everyone.
thanks, Ingrid.
Okay, thanks. Bye, everyone.